Yo, what up? It's your boy, Rich7, and we're back again for another versus debate here. We have the Dom Mommy versus Sub Mommy debate. Um, I thought of this like late at night. I was thinking of what do I want to rant about? And I thought, ugh, holy stutter. I decided on the Dom versus Sub Mommy. What is this like? I guess like just like my femboy versus tomgirl debate is gonna be like relationship. How long? Like who would not how long, but who would be the better person to pick in like this like relationship scenario that I'm making up. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. I got 6 different things we're gonna talk through, and yeah, it should be a pretty good debate. As a reminder, keep it civil in the comments if you do decide to write something. And yeah, let's get straight into the first argument. So for point, well, before we even start that, we have to explain, our two sides here. So first, we're gonna go with the. Okay. Hold on, I gotta compose myself. We're gonna be going through the Dom Mommy side. So these are typically controlling figures. They have care. They're pretty caring. They're like a guide figure, strict, but they still love you. Protective, very protective, pretty supportive, leader energy, and I have this thing over here that says forces the need of hugs because I feel like a dom mommy would be like, come give me a hug, right? So that's how I describe the dom mommy, just pretty assertive. And for the sub mommy, we have they're kind, also caring, way softer. They're also supportive but gentle. They're okay with you leading. Easy to please your needs. Like, oh, you want this? Okay, I'll go do that. If you want this, I'll go do that. And yeah. So unlike the Dom Mommy, instead of like doing stuff for like asking you, or no, what was it? They pretty much just do what you want to do. They don't do what they want to do, I guess. But yeah, so let's go into our point number 1 here is anger management. Let's just say I'm absolutely about to swing on somebody, and I don't condone hitting people. Okay, I would never do that. It's just not possible. But anger management. Who is less likely to send me into like this rage bait state? And this is a very interesting one because it's not something people talk about a lot. You might be like, oh, how much they love you, how much they trust you. Nah, we getting straight into like year 10 of the marriage. If we were married, how easy would it be for me to calm down? So I feel like for the Dom Mommy side, it will be harder to get less mad because it's the dominant figure in this scenario. You're gonna get mad, and then she gonna get even madder, and probably like beat you down or something. Be like, no, we're doing this. So this is pretty much a no-brainer. I feel like the submissive mommy would, be better at communicating her words instead of being forceful. I feel like she'll be able to calm me down more if we had an argument. And I think that's a fair assumption. Not that the Dom Mommy couldn't calm me down, but I feel like she would be a little bit more hard-headed because of that dominant nature. So, for my first point, I think this is pretty self-explanatory. I think we just got to give it to the sub mommy. And yeah, we can move on to our next point. which is like our last verses, which the femboys and the tomgirls. We have day to day life. Who's cooking more? Who's cleaning more? Who's just gonna be around the house more? And I think this is actually a pretty close matchup if you think about it. Cause the Dom mommy, right? She's pretty much leading the house. She pretty much would be doing everything because she wants you to feel secured, safe, like you have a place in the home. Um, Sub mommy, I feel like she would also, you know, I feel like, but that's the thing though. I feel like, man, cause she would just be cleaning too, so that you could feel happy. Like, oh yeah, I did this for you. I did this for you. But that's the difference between the two. Some mommy gonna look at you and say, oh yeah, I did this for you. I did this for you. Now it looks better. But the Dom mommy, she gonna be like, frick. She pretty much just doing it to do it, like to set an example. And I think that's pretty powerful statement there. So I think day to day is pretty close. It's pretty close, but just because of that mental factor, I think we have to give it to the Dom mommy because it's that initiative to do it, to lead, to set an example, and maybe you might clean in the future too, because you've seen Dom mommy go to work, and now you want to go to work because stuff around the house got to get done. All right, sorry about that break there. I had to get a sip of water, but yeah. Point number 2 goes to Dom mommy. Let's head over into point number 3 here. We have marriage potential. So just like the femme versus the toms, we have marriage potential, which means how would the kids be if we got married, we had kids. So let's see. I feel like this is another close one. It pretty much comes down to preference. Would you want your kids to be more on the nicer side of things? Would you want your kids to, challenge ideas, to really get themselves out there, to be able to, put their foot down? And when I say this out loud, it really makes me lean towards the Dom mommy nature here, because I feel like a lot of times, kids get bullied and stuff because they don't know how to stand up for themselves. They, grow up being taught how to be nice so much that when something goes wrong, their only response to it is being nice. They don't really know what else to do. And that's not the kid's fault. But I think just because of that, the era that we're going into where, just a lot of people want social media presence, and and it's not crazy to say that in 2025, because dang near everybody has an iPhone, everybody got a social media app. It's just the way the world is progressing. Like a 2-year-old could be walking around with an iPad and somehow find himself or herself posting stuff online. So I feel like the rot of social media is just already affecting these kids in this scenario. So another easy win for the Dom mommy, because Dom mommy doesn't mean she can't teach the kids how to be respectful. That's what that dominance is. It's like respect the leader. But you can fight for yourself, while the submissive would just be like, oh yeah, get good grades, listen to your teachers, remember to share. Nah, not in this society. Give that, run that point over to Dom mommy. So it's a 2-1 right now, with Dom having 2, and I think this is pretty respectable stats here. I don't think there's much disagreeing that could go on. It seems pretty reasonable so far. All right. Number 4, we have divorce day. So divorce day tier pretty much means I've had enough. So who would I be able to divorce easier? And I feel like this is a pretty, you know, easy one to answer. This is pretty much just a freebie point for the submissive mommy, because it's so I'm divorcing them in this situation. I'm pretty sure I said that. So I feel like the submissive one would, be sad, but be like, if that's what you want, then I guess we'll just have to do it. And I feel like the dom mommy would probably tie me up in like the back of a car somewhere and just absolutely belittle me into, corruption at that point. But I'm not saying like all dom mommies are just this evil presence. I feel like they'd also accept it. Like in this scenario, they're accepting, like, from what the personality traits say. They accept it, unfortunately. But I feel like frick. But then you got to think about after. I feel like with the submissive mommy, you won't find another sub like that. While a dom, I feel like you could find like leader women. They have a lot of leader type women. And I feel like it would hurt more to get left by someone who truly cared for you and wanted to be by your side, instead of someone who wanted to, lead you. I might have to give. Dang, I don't even remember what the original point was. I'm just sad now that I just lost the dom and the sub. But divorce day, I feel like. Oh yeah, who? I guess it would be like, which one would take it easier? Yeah, I feel like, yeah, the sub would take it easier. It would just be sad. It would just be more sad afterwards. Dang. Well, I guess we're on to point 5 here. Free will. How much of my life do I control? This is another clear, easy point for submissive. I feel like you pretty much control everything. I don't even know why I put this in here. I'm just giving sub mommy free points right now. What the heck is this? Why would I put this? How much free will do I have? I feel like I said before, sub pretty much she's right behind you, supporting you, while the dom is like pretty much carrying you to where you need to go. So I feel like but you can have free will in a dom situation. She'd just be there most of the time helping you do what you want to do. Wow, the sub would just be like behind you, supporting you in case you fall back. So it's pretty much the sub is putting the control in your hands, while the dom is, pushing, like literally grabbing your hand and pulling you towards your dream. I feel like it's just a sub win. I feel like sub would just go in any direction that seems fit, while the dom would try to steer you away from chaos. Dang, I'm being biased towards the sub. Oh, what the freak? What was I thinking with these questions? Anyways, it's 2-3 right now. Sub is in the lead, but this is all speculation. We don't have to listen to the points here. But 6, our final, I guess, make or break. Danger level. How dangerous would they be if they were yanderis? So, if you don't know what a yandere is, it's pretty much a lunatic, Oh, this man only needs to love me and me alone. So I feel like, who would be more dangerous, the dom mommy or the sub mommy? And I feel like this is it's a very close one here, because sub, I feel like it won't really be sub. She'd probably be like assassinating people behind your back, giving you that nice soft smile like everything's normal, but she's secretly eliminating everybody. But I feel like dom might be a little bit more reckless with it, start punching people out the way, might have to fold some people. You wouldn't know about it because I'm giving them that factor, but I feel like they would be more aggressive in there. I feel like they would be more aggressive. So I feel like I guess I'm gonna rate based on the least dangerous, and I feel like I would have to go with the dom. The dominant would be the least aggressive here, because she gonna make, because I feel like the fact that the dom is projecting her emotions more, I feel like that, you know, that saves her sanity, while the submissive mommy won't really confront about it. She'll just be holding it all in. I feel like that would really just annihilate her mentally. So I'm gonna have to go with dom here, because of the fact that she's actually letting her anger out, and you know she's mad, you know she want you, while the submissive is just watching from afar, just being lethal in the background, and you wouldn't even really know it, because she's submissive. You ask about it, she's gonna be like, what? I don't know. And I feel like that's scary. But yeah, that evens up the score here. Wow, I feel like these lists are absolutely terrible. Final thoughts. If I had to choose between a dom or a sub, it's really, I feel like, I don't know, because I feel like dominant, I feel like, yeah, it'd be cool to have somebody lead the charge. But I also, for sub, it would be like, I guess it's that feeling of taking care of somebody. It's like, it's more on a personal level. Man, I might have to say, I feel like submissive would be better here. I feel like you when you go submissive, you're going an average standard life of just peace and tranquility, like picnics and stuff. I feel like dom, you're pretty much living behind this buff woman. She don't gotta be buff, but I'm just thinking she is buff. But I mean, but that means there's more affection. Oh, frick. I'm going undecided here. I think I'm gonna just take the coin flip. Either one is good. I can't say that I want one more than the other. I feel like that's, you're cutting off so much potential when you just pick one. Frick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on the side. It's a little bit of a anticlimactic end. The whole point is to be a versus, and I'm going on the fence here, but it's just it's just, I guess it's just my opinion. There's nothing else I could do about it. But I think this was pretty solid little debate here. It's really close, these two. I mean, they're both, they both have their strong points, but in the end, like, honestly, just give me both of them. Just give me both of them, and I'll be happy, like times 2 happy. But yeah, I guess I'm just dragging out time now. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Let me know what you think in the comments, and hit the sub to support your boy. But I think that's it for this video. I'll be back with another one soon. It's so funny because I always think about saying like, oh, I'll be back, and the whole time I'm recording the next video right after this one. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.